Hello and welcome to the first ever Arrow 404 podcast. My name is Leah and I'm here with Ariane.
Hi, that's me.
And we are joined here also by Chris, Ariane's fiance, who is chilling with us during this first ever podcast. What's up, Chris?
What's up?
He's about to learn drama because he hasn't. Oh my god, he doesn't even know the drama with ... Spoiler alert! This is gonna be great.
Before we get started, just a little intro about who we are. We are the Arrow 404 podcast, made at 3 in the morning over just wanting to bitch publicly, I guess.
And I am trying to start a war with Starbucks, and I made a fake Dunkin' Donuts account that added into this somehow. I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyways, we're a local podcast in the 518 area where we talk about everyone and everything. If you got a hot debate, just DM us on Facebook and let us know, and we'll even invite you onto the podcast where we can go back and forth in case we disagree with you or even agree with you.
Even if we hate you, you're welcome.
Even if we hate you, you're welcome on this podcast. Got a particular segment you want us to talk about, opinions or questions, let us know. There are no rules to this podcast, so basically there is no line to be crossed.
Correct.
Unless it's legal reasons.
Yes, and I'll be like, as your attorney, I advise you.
But with that going, let's spill the tea, as teenagers are saying now.
Let's do real quick, because for those of you who have not actually listened to our videos, anyone that's new to this, we do have our dogs that are our lives, and you can hear them. They will be part of this. Coda says hi. So anyways, they're going to be a part of it. They might play a little bit, but take about 10 minutes, and they'll be out. So...
And we do have 2 mics, because usually we used to do 1, and we did have to, kind of not be monotone.
Be awkwardly next to each other.
Now it's like this, we could just talk nice.
Yeah, which is nice. Yep.
Silent, and not have to worry about it unless dogs are going crazy. But yeah, that's about it for right now. Let's just give them a second. Anyways, so we do have some debate topics I want to talk about. The podcast we did a long time ago, which was just the No Clue Gaming podcast, it was really weird because we were talking about video games, but that's essentially what we do on our recordings. So it felt very lacking.
Yeah.
And we felt like we wanted to talk about stuff, but we felt like we weren't allowed to talk about that stuff. So we kind of dropped off, and now we have the Arrow 404 podcast, which
is a separate entity from No Clue Gaming.
It's a separate entity from No Clue
It's just No Clue Gaming having a bitch fest.
No Clue Gaming, we go by our gamer tags.
Yes.
And this we go by our real names, which you find funny because you think we try to hide ourselves, but I don't care.
No.
So we got some stuff to talk about. First, I want to tell a story real quick. We all live together, and I'm moving out quite soon. And I crashed my car. Yeah, bye. I crashed my car recently, and by crashed I don't mean destroyed. I mean I hydroplaned and I hit black ice and went into a ditch and kind of screwed up the fender. So as I'm waiting for it to be fixed, I also get approved for this apartment, and I'm borrowing my dad's Jeep right now. So he, messaged me, how long is it gonna be? And I told him, oh, they're fixing right now. Oh, I got a new apartment. And you think he'd be like, oh, good job, like whatever.
But hey, congratulations,
okay,
you're officially on your own.
His first thing he said to me, are you able to afford it? And I was like, why the hell would I get an apartment I can't afford?
Yeah.
No, I'm just going to live in this apartment for 2 months until they realize I can't afford it.
Or just don't pay your rent and be a squatter.
Just be a squatter until they kick me out, and then I'm living on the streets homeless. It was just like, I was like, why do you think that I would intentionally, not be able to afford this place?
See, the problem is that, to me, it's not shocking that he said that to you, but I've also been around long enough for other shocking things to come about that, you know what I mean? So, I just think that's funny. It's not, did he ever say congratulations?
No, he never said congratulations. He was just sort of like, can you afford it? When do you move in? And I was like, well...
I'm not telling you. I also am not telling you where I live, so bye!
Yeah.
Jesus,
alright. It was just a whole, really? But anyways...
That is better than most of the stuff he has said to you in the past years.
Yeah, it is getting a little bit better. I was
gonna say, yeah.
And it's funny,
it's tone down.
My therapist goes, you have a lot of, repent anger for him. You seem, attached, you won't let it go. And I'm like, no, I let it go. It's just he keeps opening his dumbass mouth.
Yeah, you let it go, but it keeps building.
Where, he literally had a pep talk with me when I got accepted to UAT, which is University of Advanced Technology, and I found out I couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
But I got accepted based off just my entry letter, not my transcripts or anything. And they're still trying to get me to go, but that's for another time. And when I told him, he told me, you know what, Leah? People in the video game industry, it's very tough, because that's what I was going for. And he raised his hand all above his head and was like, everyone you work for is going to be way up here. And if you try your damn hardest, like harder than you can ever do, you could be here. And his hand fell below his shoulder. So his one hand...
It's below his chin. Wow. It's not... That's even worse.
Yeah,
that's a problem.
His one hand is above his head saying, everyone's here. And if I try hard enough, I can be halfway there. And I just sat there and I was like, thanks, Dad.
He's trying his very best.
Even his girlfriend looked at him and was like, I don't think he understands what he just did there.
Yeah.
That's what you should get for a tattoo.
You really should.
Just
doing that.
with the 2 arms raised.
Oh my god.
Oh shit.
That's funny.
But I was like, you know what? You tried. Everything's good. Kind of heated, not heated topic I want to talk about, and it's the whole ma'am situation. For those who don't know or probably need to know, Chris is already giggling about it. That there was this transgender in a GameStop store, and I believe it was a male going to a female. And, it looked like it was, no offense, but it looked like he used to be a bodybuilder.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit harder for a transition. Have to take a lot more hormones and all that. And I guess there was a video about she was in, I'm trying to use the correct pronoun here. She was in the GameStop store, and, she was asking questions, someone else asked questions, someone else asked questions. So this poor, probably just started, or maybe an SGA, which you have to be there for maybe 6 months to get 6 months to a year, depending on if it's available or not and how good your sales record is.
Yep.
So we used to work for GameStop, and so the kid was getting a little stressed out. You could tell in the video he was stressed out. He didn't really know what to do. So he said, if you guys could just push back and I could deal with this person, be fine. The transgender female was just that was like a trigger that he said, you guys, and he was like. She was like, it's ma'am! My name is ma'am! It was that deep. So, everyone in the store was like, what the hell? And, the kid was like, I'm terribly sorry about that. I just need you guys to move back. And he was like, it's ma'am! And, looked like a wrestler. And so, he tried correcting, and even, a customer was like, he didn't mean anything by it. He's, 15, 16, he's trying, and he goes, it's ma'am. And he goes, okay, ma'am. And he goes, good. And then,
wow.
And then he goes, you guys just need to, and he went, knocked over a whole display, which costs a lot of money, knocked over console boxes, which sometimes they don't have consoles, and then sometimes they do.
Yep.
And they're just duct taped together.
Yeah.
Knocked over, merchandise, everything, went out of the store and said, I'm going to tell the LBQT community, whatever it is. There's so many now. LBGQT, LMNOP community that, GameStop, this store is homophobic and transphobic and blah, 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 and marched out of the store. And now there's a whole meme and everything going around.
Which I saw. I didn't know the story though.
Yeah. My favorite meme so far is the State Farm. Yeah. Where he's on the phone with Jake from State Farm, and she grabs a phone and goes, who is this? And it goes, it's ma'am. She sounds hideous. Well, he's a guy, so. And I think that's my favorite.
See,
there's I just saw a new one with Spider-Man from Infinity War, where it goes, it's ma'am, and it's Peter going, oh, we're using our made-up names.
All right, kudos to that person, because that's good. See, here's my problem with it. I understand that you go through so much when you change your gender, okay? I get it. Operations, you're going through medications, mental things, your family, your friends, everything else. You're going from one, view to another, you know what I mean? And I get that you always feel a man always feels like a female, so it's a little bit different. Yeah. But it's still harsh on your body and on your mind. My thing is, I understand that you go through this, and if you're a guy going to a girl, you want to be called ma'am for all the hardships you're going through. But go fuck yourself, okay? I get it, but go fuck yourself. If we accidentally say ma'am or sir, don't get pissed off.
Did you know that I don't think it's America. I think it was Canada that did it. It was somewhere, or it was a state, that it is now illegal to mispronounce someone.
Oh my god.
And I was like, it's hard. You walk by, some people do it to me.
Yeah.
When I had a little bit shorter hair, because it was just
yeah.
Because in this
he has
society,
long hair. He gets called ma'am all the time. I remember we were out, you got called
it's so stressful now that when I used to go out to eat, they went, hello, ladies, and I'm like,
And they'd
dude,
be
just
like,
call me,
hello,
just call me,
people.
dude, just call
Yeah.
me, like, I don't care,
Yeah.
like, I'm a female, but it's like, usually just be like, ladies, and then you correct them, be like, oh, or you just want to say,
Just be nice about it. You don't
Yeah.
have to be an asshole and destroy fucking store. Just be
And
like, I'm sorry, it's ma'am.
There
you
was
know?
literally, I was at Walmart, and it was when my hair was growing out.
Yeah.
And he was like, okay, see you later, ma'am. Ma'am, not man. And I was like, dude, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm like, to me, dude, man, bro, like, that's like a
I
pronoun
literally
itself.
call everybody dude or bro, broski. Like, I don't
Yeah,
care, you know?
no.
Like, so, like, it's just, that's what I'm saying.
If
It's obnoxious.
It'd be different. I get if it's like, oh, can you please call me she?
Yeah.
And you go, sure thing, man. That's fine. And then you go, so, and then you talk to someone else who goes, oh yeah, he, and then you don't correct yourself or
Yeah.
apologize, then that's one thing. But it shouldn't be illegal.
No.
And it's another thing if you go, because I sometimes do it. I knew some transgender people, and they didn't care. I knew a guy who I went to college with is now a female, and we worked on Rent the musical together out in Hudson Falls. And I was like, oh, hey, Rob, how's it going? And I went, oh, sorry, because he now goes by, like, Ophelia.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, sorry. He goes, it's okay, Leah. Because I knew him through high school and
you
college
understand
as Rob.
it's hard.
Yeah, and she understood, because I keep thinking Rob.
Yeah.
Like, I see him as
But
Rob.
that's hard. That's like
But
growing up with
yeah,
it, you
and
know?
like people gotta understand that if you know someone for so long and they go through the transition, it's mentally straining on you because
Yeah.
your memory's like Rob.
But that's
is a
what I'm
man.
saying, it's
He's a
hard
dude.
for
It's a
everybody.
he. And then
Yeah.
like now Rob is Ophelia, and I'm just
Mhm.
like now when I see Ophelia, I have to be like she
That's a hard
is
name.
a pronoun. And yeah, but it's a cool name. And,
Yeah,
and
no,
he
it
got
is.
the whole like boob job like
Yeah.
transition, so it makes it a little bit easier.
Does he have
But-
bigger boobs than me?
but when when it's a situation like this where in the GameStop store it
Yeah.
still looks like a man and you're dressed as a female, it's a little bit hard because you don't know like.
I don't know.
Right.
Maybe you just like the friggin' clothes. They're comfortable, okay?
I had someone
Like,
who worked
damn.
at my work with me who likes to cross dress.
Yeah.
He doesn't work there anymore, but he loved to.
But
cross dress.
crossdresser doesn't necessarily mean they're trans.
No,
That's
but
the
it was
problem.
the thing where if he walked in as a dress, you wanted to call him she. He wanted to be a female that day.
So it was. Oh, okay.
So it was
that's,
weird. So, but we all wear uniforms, so it was hard.
Yeah.
We had to like catch him before he
You
went in.
gotta
and
be
he'd
like, who are you today?
and he would get offended,
Yeah.
and eventually, he was let go because he was causing.
Then you know what?
issues.
You should have 2 different name tags. I'm sorry. Like, I know I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this, and I'm not trying
No,
to
it's
be
true,
rude,
because
but you
especially
should
when you
then.
wear like a uniform.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
don't know
How are you
what
gonna
you're
get?
identifying
Just so
as a-
y'all know, that's called gender fluid. It's
Oh,
it's a thing.
thank you. Okay,
Oh,
gender
Okay.
fluid is that one where they go. Okay,
Yes.
thank
Is that
you.
the one where it's the thee and thigh or something like that? Like it's a th pronoun.
No fucking clue.
I've never even heard of that before. And he's from Mass, so that's saying something. But
Yeah.
no, like I was trying to say, like I understand that you're going through a lot and stuff, but like I'm just saying, please fuck off when you're gonna be an asshole. Just simply say, "Excuse me, I do like to go by she," or "Excuse me, it's he." Don't be a dick. Just
Don't be a
simply
dick,
say
yeah.
something nice. You know what I mean? Like that's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. You know what I mean? You don't have to be an ass. It's just like somebody actually called me a guy one time, but like they were just like, "Oh, hey guy." You know how I do that? It's a South Park thing. Do you think I got offended? No.
No.
I didn't get offended because I'm just like,
And
yeah, what's up,
I
bud?"
think the
You know,
thing
like,
is there's a split in the millennia generation.
there is
Because you were born, let me see, like 87?
89.
Oh, damn it. So close.
Close though. I'm proud of you.
And I was born in
Closer she's
95.
ever guessed.
So, like, it's weird because the cutoff is 97.
yeah.
And it's weird because you would think closer to your
Mm-hmm.
timeline, it'd be more people thinking like that.
Yeah.
And then closer to my timeline, it'd be more snowflakey. But
It's the other way
a
around.
mixture.
Yeah.
Not even, it's a mixture. So you can never tell. And the whole, like, and then we got Generation Z, who's 98 to 2000 and something.
I don't
2009.
even care. I don't even know anymore.
Sometime
Yeah.
in 2000, because I think we're on a whole new generation now, and I
We
think
are.
they're called, like, some fucking sci-fi name or
They're
something.
called "This is how you go to jail without ID."
This is not statutory rape generation.
Yes, exactly.
But yeah, so like, it's weird because you never know, and like, it's just you think some generations think exactly the same, and
Yeah.
ours is split,
It really is.
and it's really confusing.
But the worst part is not just 50 do this, 50 do that. It's fucking like there's about a 10% section in our entire generation. So it's literally just a shit ton of people believing
Yeah.
so much different stuff that it's like, it's surprising if you can actually find a friend. Like even you and I, we disagree on some stuff. that's fine because
Yeah.
that's a typical thing. He and I disagree on stuff. That's fine. But there's people out there that I meet and they're just, I'm here, they're fucking over there, and I'm just like, we're like 5 years apart. How
shout
are you
out,
like this?
Shout out to Mallory, who I work with. I want to share a story she told me.
Oh God.
So it's a flat Earth story. So she was out.
I love this.
It was like New Year's Eve. She
Yeah.
brought her kids out to see the fireworks because they just got the apartment in
Yeah.
Saratoga. And there was this band playing, and I guess her boyfriend, Phil, knew someone. And they were like, oh, let's go hang out. And he was like, do you mind if I bring my friend? So Mallory sees this guy and goes, oh shit, he's actually really attractive. There's got to be something.
Yeah.
He is a flat earther, like full on belief. And what's funny is that he was going, oh, I believe in Dante's Inferno, hell, blah 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 blah, and then heaven. And my favorite part was like, there is no space. There is no space. It's just open. It's a bubble. And I said to Mallory, I was like, you know what we should have done? No, exactly, exactly. My thing was, I looked at her and I was like, wait, what was his flat Earth theory?
Yeah.
His flat Earth theory is that it's flat. And then we have a dome above us to hold everything in. And under, there's nothing. And
So
I was
a
like,
snow globe.
Yes, and that's what Phil said. He was like, basically a snow globe. And so I said, so Mallory, if you're telling me that he believes in heaven and hell, so here's heaven, and at the bottom's hell, and the middle's us, wouldn't you say that if you connect it all, it's a globe?
Yeah.
So, like, it was really weird. And
Or is hell like a smidgen?
And
It's that bottom part.
yeah, and he does not believe in evolution. And I was like, no
How?
way. And I'll be honest, I don't believe the whole monkey to human. I feel like there was like a little bit there.
There
Unless
was something.
there was
but-
something else in there.
Right.
But I can see the relation. But
Yeah.
I definitely know evolution because we had Neanderthals.
Yeah.
And now we're where we are.
Right.
I don't believe we came from gorillas because I feel like that would have taken a lot more than
A lot more time.
than a few
Yeah.
million years.
Aliens.
Aliens, yep.
Just the aliens blame
I feel like we were something else. Like we were like a naked not ape, but almost like
a monkey.
okay. No. You know we like like you had the monkeys, right?
Yeah.
You had the gorillas. And
Yeah.
now it goes up and
We're
up.
like something,
we were something
in there.
under there.
Well, dude, look at cavemen. They're literally humans, but like almost a gorilla monkey like
exactly.
thing.
So
yeah,
like, that's
so
why I'm not denying.
I
it,
don't
but
think
I'm like,
cavemen
I feel
I think cavemen was the humans. That's where we came
Yeah.
from. I see what you're saying. Like that's where we branched out. You know what I
it
mean?
was like a
it was like
disformity of
these-
animals.
Yeah, and then that
And-
kept going and
yeah.
going and going. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
And gorillas hear us go to each other like, what the fuck is that?
And they're like, this bitch.
And gorillas are probably like, they now have like 28 languages. These
Yeah.
Neanderthals went past us so fast.
Yeah, they're just like, that's not cool.
But moving on, I want to talk about the whole Kingdom Hearts update situation. Now, if you're part of the Kingdom Hearts community, you probably saw this whole controversy, which is fucking stupid. So, on their Twitter...
it's fucking stupid.
It's
Yeah.
fucking stupid.
Let's do it. You should
um,
do this whole thing as one of those talk shows called where they talk like this the entire
Oh, like
time.
Larry King,
Yeah,
where he's
they,
like...
they talk up on the mic like this the
And I
entire
just
time.
want to talk about the
And
whole...
they just want to say, let's have a relaxing conversation about Kingdom Hearts.
We're going to have a relaxed conversation about Kingdom Hearts.
I don't think I can do this the entire time.
Yep.
No.
No, but anyway, so the Kingdom Hearts Twitter posted out because it's 15 days until the game comes out.
Yeah.
And there's been all these stuff with leaks coming out that, as a precaution, they took out of the game, which is a simple code, they took out the epilogue and the secret ending, which doesn't impact the game at all. You still get the ending of the game. The
Yeah.
epilogue is just like after the credits. You know what I mean? But yeah, so they posted something on their Twitter.
Mhm.
And mind you, this is an 80-hour game. It's the longest Kingdom Hearts game that we ever had. And it's going to be so good. And, so all these leaks are coming out. So they took off the epilogue and secret ending. Which you can't view the epilogue until you beat the game. Okay?
Yeah.
Let me just put that. It's an 80-plus hour story. Without doing side missions or anything, you just go right through the story. It's 80 hours. So just remember that for a second. And then the secret ending... You can't see that until you 100% complete the game, essentially. Because you got to complete Jiminy's journal, if they're bringing that back. You got to probably do... Now with all these side missions and everything, they probably want you to do that.
Yeah.
So, the secret ending is... The secret ending is basically a teaser at the next game.
Okay.
Or what's to come. So, what happened is they took those out, which is a simple code. And they said on their Twitter, Kingdom Hearts releases at midnight, February 28th. On midnight, February 29th, there will be a slight update where you'll obviously need Wi-Fi. But it will take less than 3 seconds because it's only a few megabytes, and it will add the epilogue to the game.
Right.
That's 24 hours. The game takes 80 hours to complete. So the fact that people are bitching that the game is incomplete, bitch, you're not even gonna see it
I'm
until you actually
horrible
get
at math,
to it.
and I see the problem there.
Yeah, and then they said January 30th at midnight, the secret ending is gonna be available, which you're not gonna. No one in the world is gonna be able to see until you 100% complete the game.
Right.
And that's still not reaching 80 hours.
Yeah.
So I don't see. And
So wait, people are actually having a shit fit.
because they're saying the game is incomplete, and they're releasing an incomplete game. And I'm like, the game is not incomplete. What they're trying to do is they're trying to prevent you from starting the game and then YouTube releasing the ending of the game along with the epilogue. So it ruins the story. They want you to play through the game, get everything out, like blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And then they're going to give you the epilogue, which you're not even going to be able to see yet. And then they're going to give you the secret ending and all that. So I was going to turn this face here.
You can if you want.
Because that's actually a lot hotter now.
Would either of you like food?
We'll talk about it later.
I just looked towards the ceiling, and there is a helium balloon destroyed, taped to the ceiling.
That's actually tinfoil.
What?
We'll go over it later
Okay,
because
now
that's
let
a
me
legal
finish
matter.
Is that a sprinkler?
No.
Okay. Okay. So anyways, continue on this. I'm like,
What
really
day are we in
concerned now.
January? 10? It took you 10 days to not 11. It took you 11 days to notice that.
It's the 12th.
It took you 13 days to notice
It's
that.
12 days. It took me 12 days. Well, I don't look at
No,
the
because I
ceiling
did
when
that
come
the
in.
31st.
Who's they?
Actually, well, we can't give that information out. I'm sorry.
Okay, hang on, let me finish this, and we are talking about this. Anyway, so the whole community, there's like a split in the community where you got people going, oh, the game's incomplete, they're releasing an incomplete game, and you got people going,
Yeah.
no, the game's complete, they just don't want you to see a leak and then be like, oh, the game's ruined. Blah,
So
blah, blah,
YouTube,
blah.
where you understand, because
And
you
I'll
guys
be
are
honest,
huge
someone
fans.
leaked the full like Skrillex theme song. I totally listened to it. I don't give a fuck. It's the theme song. I'm excited.
Skrillex is still around?
Yeah, he did the Kim Hearts theme song.
Oh.
The whole
you
Face
made
My
me
Fear,
listen to that.
which reminds me, call my phone.
Okay. Google, call Broski.
So she's gonna call my phone because I want her to listen to my ringtone.
And I wanted everyone to hear what you're in my phone as.
Oh yeah, Broski.
Yes.
But yeah, so I listened to the full thing and I didn't care.
Did you make me listen to that? You sent me the lyrics. Is that the love heart thing? I can't
Yeah,
hear
my
anything.
ringtone's not on, and I think I just hung up on you.
Your call has
Dick! I'm sitting right
Try
here.
again. Try again. Sorry. It's good. It's the opener.
You should leave a link in the
I will.
comments just in case they can't hear it properly. Ah.
That's it. But yeah, no, that's Skrillex with Tata Hikaru.
That's actually not bad. I'm surprised.
No, and
Yeah.
people were, and my favorite thing is people was like, oh, it sucks, it's Skrillex. I'm like, you're upset because it's dubstep and not EDM, which we're used to.
Is
because
there a difference?
Kind of. Dubstep is more like,
This is that generation shit again.
and EDM is more like dance.
Oh, like ecstasy dance party
So
rave
you remember
shit.
the
Okay.
old,
Dance music.
Oh, okay.
yeah, so you remember the old Kim Hearts theme I played for you? Where
Yes.
it's like, that's EDM. So,
Okay.
but where it's like, mellow, whatever, it's not over the top.
Okay.
Whereas this is over the top. It's
Yeah,
dubstep.
and people are pissed about that.
Yeah, and I'm like, you guys aren't upset because Skrillex is a major Kim Hearts fan, and that's how he got the role to.
That's
do
awesome
it, which
to
is
know,
really
actually.
cool.
That's kinda
so
cool.
It's like
Aw.
it's not the fact that it's Skrillex; it's the fact that it's not what they're used to. And
Right.
people are bitching like, oh, I want simple and clean, blah blah blah. And here's the thing.
Me too, though.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Simple and Clean for Kim Hearts 1 was about, adventure.
Yeah.
And then Passion, or I forgot whatever. It was like the other one was about like basically the end of an adventure. finding your
Right,
friends,
right.
Everything. This one is about loss. It's about tragedy. It's about war. So face your fears.
Am I going to cry in this game that I
Yes.
know nothing
I'm
about?
gonna cry.
Probably me and Chris
You're
are
gonna
gonna
cry?
cry. We're gonna cry. We're gonna cry. Yeah.
Okay.
So like the theme fits it because it's not simple and clean. It's not
Right.
like, oh, everything's okay. It's an adventure. Blah, blah. People are gonna die. Like that's what we were assuming is people are gonna die.
You're like your
And-
main character people.
Yeah. Or they're
Who's
gonna be
the
lost.
dude that didn't, or who's the person that just didn't jump to the cloud that I was
Sora.
pissed
Sora.
about? Why do you
She
guys just know that offhand? Like that's so.
This is the main character, you twat.
Oh no, but I'm like, who's the person that didn't jump from the cloud? Because wasn't
Oh,
he supposed
Kyrie.
to say? No, that's
Yeah.
what I'm talking. Remember,
Yeah,
I was like,
Kyrie, yeah.
why doesn't she?
was watching
jump
me.
to the
She was.
cloud?
I was streaming like a speed run to get the platinum trophy in Kingdom Hearts 1, and she was watching on the stream, and it was the ending, and her one comment was, "Why doesn't that hoe just jump over?"
I was drunk.
Yeah, so, like, it's when Sora and Kyrie are being separated, and she's going to her, well, he has to stay, for duty reasons and responsibilities, and she was like, why doesn't she just jump over?
Well, I didn't understand. Was there a magical fucking wall? Like, this is we need to have a whole Kingdom Hearts podcast of just that, of where you say something and go, listen, like, doors piss me off. Why couldn't she just step to the cloud or whatever the fuck they were on? Like, I don't understand. Like, was there a magical barrier that she couldn't just get to him? Like, could she not just grab his hand? Like, didn't he love her? Doesn't he love her? Aren't they gonna, like, isn't this the whole thing? Okay. And he did nothing.
Essentially, there was a leak. Not really a leak.
I bet you that's a side hoe.
But during the trailer, people paused it because they accidentally left in a scene for 1 second where they are this close together. And
now,
they are facing each other,
waiting,
and that's
right?
where Donald is essentially dying.
Okay.
And so people were like, they were totally about to kiss, and Donald saw something and stepped in the way, and so Sora didn't get hurt.
Now you guys have been waiting for like a romance, right? Like for these two or something.
18 fucking years for them to get together.
But you want them together, right?
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
wants them
Like
together.
you guys want them together. You're waiting for this kiss. You're waiting for this shit to happen.
And everyone's like, I bet you they're gonna be so close. But the theme song, that is kind of like the ending theme song.
Yeah.
The lyrics are "Kiss me once, kiss me
That
twice,
one,
kiss
that's what
me
you sent
3
to me.
times," and they're like, why would they say that in a Kingdom Hearts game? And they're like, something's gonna happen. And they're like, it sounds like it's a tragedy almost.
Is she gonna die? Is this gonna be like a Romeo and Juliet thing?
That'd be terrible.
That would be terrible.
That would make me cry. I'd be like,
Imagine she dies, he
So
works
close.
himself, and then she comes back or some shit. Like, come on.
He did that before in the first game. She lost her
Aw.
heart and found out that his heart was holding all the 7 princesses of light, like Snow White,
Yeah.
Cinderella, all them, Belle. So he used a Keyblade, and he sacrificed himself. She came back, and it was kind of like Romeo and Juliet, and he became a Heartless. And then she was like, wait, this
Those are the
Heartless isn't
black guys,
attacking
right?
us. Yeah.
Okay.
The black
You got
guys.
to play as a Heartless, which was really exciting.
It was really
Okay.
exciting, because you were like, doing this all over the place. Like,
That's the only part I'd play in that game.
yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know about Chris, but I'm sure a lot of us played it for a good half hour. And it was only 5 minutes of gameplay. And I played it for 20 minutes. But, no, and then, she hugged him, and then all of a sudden he came back. So it was kind of like that. So
Okay.
I wonder if that's like a foreshadow of something similar.
All right.
But, yeah.
Did you have anything? You like this game too. You and Leah are like on that fucking level, loving this game. You're all about it. Like
We're going to stream Kingdom Hearts 3, and Aaron has no clue. So
Nope.
I'm ready for all these assholes.
That's why we're called No Clue Gaming. Do you have anything to add to this whole Kingdom Hearts 3 thing? I know Chris actually told me today when I told him that you were going to talk about this. He goes, I just want spoilers. I've literally not looked, and I go, no, that's what Leah's going to be mad about is the people like trying to do spoilers, those assholes that like hacked or did something and released information.
The Xbox copies were given to Walmart to hold on to like they do to GameStop.
Why? That's an awful.
And
I don't know.
an employee at Walmart stole copies and videotaped himself putting it into an Xbox, loading up the title screen, and taking it back out to prove that it was the game. And he sold it to people
What
for
an
a low
asshole.
price, and they played the game on their accounts, and of course their accounts got banned.
Yeah, good. Fuck them. Fuck you guys.
And what they did is, I guess, I didn't know this, but all discs have a little code on them, so they can destroy the disc in your system.
Huh?
So that's why
What?
That's why PlayStation has that laser.
No fucking way.
And Xbox has something similar to where it basically they send a code to your PlayStation.
And this was proved. You read this out.
And
What the fuck?
it basically puts a code on the disc of your game because that's what updates do essentially for disc games.
That makes sense.
Because they save it to the system, but
Yeah.
they also kind of put on the game, or the disc, which I thought was really weird. It's like a quick little thing, which I was like, really, what? I was like, that's actually pretty cool. But what they did is they put a code on their system to where it cannot read the disc, no matter
so
what.
they can
And
never
they
play this
also-
game now.
Yeah, and they did something. I don't know if
Yeah, I
it's
know,
true or
right?
not, but I read something where they made the disc skip to where it's scratched, so they can't put it in another
Yeah.
system. So they're basically like shit copies. But they released the full intro of the game.
Fucking assholes.
And
Alright,
Square
so
Enix had to spend hours upon hours going through YouTube, going through the internet.
to get that off.
Taking them all off.
So, like, based on that, no, she wasn't going to spoil. That's what she's pissed about. But do you have anything, like, that you're excited about for the game? Or do you, like, have something that, you know...
I'm excited that it's all coming together finally.
Now, is this going to be a final chapter, do you think,
No.
or is this going to continue
No,
on?
it got announced by Tetsuya Nomura, the director of the game, that this is the end of the Xehanort saga. So the story's going to still continue with Sora, but he didn't say anyone else. He just said Sora.
I told you he's going to die. He's going to sacrifice himself to save Donald and the girl.
Kyrie?
Yep. The dumb bitch that couldn't jump
He's
a
saying
cloud.
that Sora is basically going to be the lone survivor.
Oh, wait. Sora's the guy.
Yeah. Kyrie, what the but no, so basically now that also made people worried because, of course,
okay.
the battle trailer, they're like, wait, is everyone dying and it's just going to be Sora? And
That would be
Because
the Skrillex, they released like a part of the Kingdom Hearts opening, which is the Skrillex theme song, and the whole chessboard thing. Someone pointed out that Sora always wears a crown, and he's surrounded by all his friends, and the last part, he's in the middle, and he's surrounded by 13 things of darkness alone.
Oh, no.
And then the final battle trailer came out, and then all of a sudden, they're somewhere, wherever, and he's alone, surrounded by 13. They're saying, I think that was a foreshadow that he's alone, and he has to fight everyone alone.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Ah, that's sad, man.
Taking a week off of work after I beat that game.
I know, I'm gonna have to like text my boss and be like, I have to take emotional
I'm gonna
time.
have to freaking. You're gonna for the week when you beat that game. I'm going to allow you to like. I'll just be like, Leah, you've got to come here and stay because trying to fucking deal with both of you depressed assholes during that time is gonna be too much when you're in a separate place. So I'll need you here. Like I could just imagine, like, dude, that made me sad what you guys are talking about, and I don't even know this game. And like it's funny, I got, and then we'll move on after this, but. I got called out because I mentioned to a friend that I've never played this game. Actually, Rob, I was telling you about him, the one who likes wrestling.
Yeah.
He likes Kingdom Hearts, I guess. And I said, I never played this game. He goes, you're a fucking gamer, never played this game. That was his, like, comment. And I was just like,
what's weird
I
is that
didn't,
people
I
our
can't.
age always had, like, a PlayStation or something like
But
that.
that's why, it's just, it's not that
And
I
it
didn't
was the
think it was a bad
top-selling-
game.
It just didn't, you didn't think, because here's the thing, is a lot of people said this, and
It's
I
the
was the same
gameplay.
thing. No, that's not it.
No,
the
for
thing
me.
was the title and the cover. You see Disney characters, and you're like, And my mom bought it. This was when Blockbuster. No, Hollywood Video, because she got it from Hollywood Video.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and because it was like that whole, you only had it for like 5 days.
7 days, wasn't it?
Yeah, and I was playing, what was I playing? Oh, I was playing Shadow the Hedgehog. Because I was like, oh, this game's pretty cool.
Oh
I
my
like it. And that gets a
God.
lot of crap.
Yeah.
But that was a really
It was a
fun
good game, though.
Especially when you
Yeah.
found out that you could either be really good or just really evil. Like that, it had a lot of play value to it.
Yeah, no, you're
and
right. It
she
did.
also got me Kingdom Hearts, and it had Disney characters on it. I'm like, I'm not playing this game. This game's for kids.
Yeah.
And I had 1 day left. So I was like, you know what? I'll play this game.
I'm
I'll see
bored,
what's
let
going
me try it.
And I was so mad that I had to return it because I just got off Destiny Islands and I was like, oh, Disney game, and I completely forgot it was a Disney game until like the first night on Destiny Islands, and you see Donald going to wake up Goofy because King Mickey's missing, and I'm like, right, this is a fucking Disney game. Whoa. And like I was like, oh my god, this is a Disney game. I gotta turn my phone back
See,
on.
it wasn't even that though. It was just I never got into it.
It was right after Final Fantasy X, which
Yeah.
is when they remodeled their whole.
Is that the same company?
Also
Yeah.
super
It's the
sad.
same company,
Also
right?
a
Final
super
Fantasy
sad
and
game.
everything. Yeah.
Did
okay.
you see that they are making Final Fantasy X Part 3?
I'm so glad I don't fucking work at GameStop right now. Do you remember Final Fantasy Part 2? All right.
Everyone
and how
wanted it, and then everyone wanted to return
everyone
it.
was so pissed. Anyways, what were you gonna say? Final Fantasy.
Do you think it's gonna have to do with Tidus?
Yeah.
You could.
I still don't know what the fuck you're talking about because I never played that game either.
You know what my favorite debate was Titus. No one knew how to pronounce his name, and then Kingdom Hearts came out. And then Waka's like, hey, Tidus and me, man, are gonna go play some Blitzball. And everyone was like, it's Tidus! It's Tidus! And like Selfie was like Selfie or something. And then Kyrie was like, me and Selfie. And everyone was like, fuck everyone, we got it right. And there was like that dividend of people that were like, they lost and others who won.
I just want to say for anyone new who's like watching our podcast or listening to our podcast.
We got carried away with this, sorry.
Yes,
We were
it's still gonna be a gaming theme. Like if we get on a game, we're gonna get stuck. But anyways, anyone who's like new to this and hasn't seen our videos, I have been doing a Kingdom Hearts quiz with Leah because I'm like, I'm gonna test you, bitch. So every time I'm trying to read these freaking things to her, first off, it's Japanese to English. So as I'm trying to read it, it goes, he the of the, huh? And I'm like, the fuck. So I have to try to translate it even more so I can make a sentence for her. But anyways, I'm trying to do this and I'm trying to read the names and it got so bad. I just started pronouncing it the way I friggin' wanted. But she knew. She knew what I was trying to say.
Marlukia.
I'm like
and I was
Xenia,
like, Marlukia.
and I'm like Xenia, Zentara.
And I was like, Zacian? Zacian? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, okay.
I'm like, sure. I don't know.
And then she was like, Lerzini. And I was like, Lerxine?
But it was funny because there was one quiz we were doing.
Oh, she was like, Xenohim. And I was like, you mean Zemnis?
I'm like, what the fuck
like,
ever.
nowhere near, but I got
Yeah,
it.
I know. But it was funny because we're doing this quiz, and this one quiz, I got to the end. Now, mind you, she's killing it every single fucking question. So we get to the end, and it's funny because I go, oh, you got like an 87. She goes, what the fuck? Stops playing Spyro and gets so mad. And I'm like, yeah, you got this question wrong. So I'm reading it to her, and she's like, first off. And then like gets all like angry, but it was really funny.
No,
But anyway,
it was true or false.
Something about the moon.
Controls the power
moon.
of Kingdom Hearts, the moon. And I said no. And they said it was true. And I said no, he doesn't control the moon. He has access to it because it's a false moon. And I was like, he does not control Kingdom Hearts, the moon. No one controls it. It is the heart of all worlds. No one has power to it.
And
no one has
I'm
power
like,
to it. They
okay.
have the X-Blade, which is the Keyblade, which can only be forged by major darkness and light, which is 13 darkness and 7 lights, and that's impossible.
and I was like,
Yeah.
moons
Like
and
I got
shit.
like so pissed off. And then we did an office quiz, which I nailed.
Yeah.
And they showed it. It was like the opening of Niagara Falls. Pam is the opening where Pam eats an egg and everyone gets sick. And I said no, that's false. And everyone was like, no, that's true. And I was like, no, because she was 7 months pregnant with Philip, her second child.
Yeah.
And we Googled it, and I was right.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck these people who make these quizzes. They don't
Yeah.
know what they're talking about.
And again, that was a Japanese to American one, and I'm trying to sit here trying to guess this shit, and I'm just like, I'm done. All right.
She even have to like label like the questions. I just instantly got them.
Yeah.
On a more serious note, does anyone want food?
I mean, I got donuts.
we
I'm
got
really good.
donuts. Yeah, I'm good.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
Take a slight break because we both have to pee. So
we
we'll
have to
be-
piddle.
We'll be right back. Decided pee break. We also took a snack break because I guess we just got so intense that we just needed a snack.
Could be the alcohol too, but
It
whatever.
could be the alcohol too because we're also drinking. But next thing I want to talk about is this whole government shutdown thing. It's only going to take a few seconds because we're not really political, but I thought this was pretty funny to talk about. So I'm talking to my coworker at work, and I was telling her because she was like, "Oh, I need to start filing my taxes," and I was like, "Yeah, joke's on you. Like, we're not going to get our taxes till April, May because of the government shutdown." Like, that's what they're thinking.
You know that they, real quick, I'm sorry to interrupt you because I know it annoys us, but you do know that they have been saying that if it goes past a certain time, we won't get them until next year.
And they'll be doubled, but
And
it's
it'll be
still,
double,
like,
but still. That's
some
an-
people depend on that stuff.
Oh.
You know what I
Anyways,
mean?
yeah. No, I get it. I
but
get
she
it.
was like, she asked me, like, why is that? And I said, oh, government, Trump shut down the government until he can get funded for the wall. And that's it. We didn't say Trump's a dick. We didn't attack him whatsoever. I was
Leah,
just...
you didn't say anything bad.
I know, right? It's been a New Year's resolution not to be so much of an asshole, which is why I'm surprised I bit my tongue during this. So, because
Me too.
I used to not bite my tongue. I used to be like, listen here, twat, and I'm trying to be better at that. I'm trying to ignore people's opinions, and my therapist says I need to stop yelling at people. So
I love that. My therapist says that I need.
anyways, that's it. That's all. That was
Yeah.
the conversation. Out of nowhere, this kid.
Please
all
tell
right?
me he was across the fucking
He
room,
was.
came running
He was
just
across-
to get into this
We were at a circle
conversation.
table, and he was at another table. Granted, it was a few feet away, but he wasn't even sitting with us. He was, like, not even in the conversation. He goes, oh, well, no one said anything when Obama shut down the government for Obamacare. And Mallory goes, yes, but this is also 2019, and that was 2013.
And
Like,
not to mention,
or
it
around
wasn't
there.
about a week or two shutdown where people were
No.
losing their fucking Medicare, Medicaid, and food stamps.
TSA agents, I just saw an article that
Did you
since
see Albany?
Albany,
Yeah.
Albany's not getting paid, and TSA agents aren't getting paid to where they're playing
Yeah.
music, like raunchy music, through the airport, and they're all, just because they can, because
Yeah.
they can't get in trouble.
Dude,
They're
Albany
not getting
Airport.
paid.
I know you're not from here, so Albany Airport.
It's
I just want to. I
national,
want to
like,
put this in. Yeah,
10
it's
exits
like
away?
about exit 4. It's exit 4.
No, it's
It's exit
Albany
4,
Airport?
yeah, because you can get off exit 4 and go right there.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's like
yeah.
maybe a half hour, 45-minute drive, depends on who's driving. Anyways, so now you have that one. It is an international airport, and then JFK is in the city, which is 4 hours away.
3 hours and 48 minutes.
Yes, and again, it depends who drives. So typically, it's 4 to 4.5 hours, but
Depending on traffic, how bad
Yes.
the city traffic is.
So, anyways, my point of this is to give you an idea. We're at 18. You go to 4, and there's an airport, and it's an international one. Things are so bad right now. I just read this for Albany, which is exit 4, that TSA agents, 1, are not getting paid, 2, they're calling out of work. Do you know how bad that is? In JFK, the place that just got bombed in 2000, someone help
16?
me. 1?
No, it was pretty
When
early.
was 9/11?
9/11 was 2001.
I'm
first
old.
off.
It's not my fault. I'm old, but
listen,
I'm just saying.
Listen, the whole bomb threat at JFK was a good because I
And
was in
that
the
just
military when that
happened.
happened.
Yeah, that happened.
Which
what,
was a good
2
year and a half
3 years?
ago,
Yeah, not even. So mind you, these places are extremely close. These people are calling out sick from their fucking job, and I mean in droves. They're calling out sick. They're not getting paid.
Because if they call out sick, they get benefit pay.
Yeah. So
But if
they're
they come into
calling
work,
out.
they don't
No,
get paid.
it's not good. I get what they're
mean-
doing, but I mean it's not good because this is like. I'm sorry, and I hate to say this,
ridiculous.
but where the fuck are the terrorists at this point? You know what I mean?
The
Because
terrorists
it's
are like, perfect.
Oh,
This
yes.
is something we
Oh,
planned
yes.
for all along. And they have like the pinky
But
to
that's
their
what I'm
mouth.
saying, you know what I mean? Like, that's how bad shit is, man. That's actually kind of scary because people are calling out of their freaking jobs to get paid, which means they're not doing their job. Like,
No, yeah.
you know, so that's terrifying. But, like, I just, like, I couldn't believe that. Albany, though, dude. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
Albany's
But,
good.
like, anyways,
But
okay.
here's the thing: is he was just he made that comment about no one complained when Obama did, and Mallory was like, well this is also 2019.
Mhm.
Like this is happening now. This is
Yeah.
affecting us. Before it wasn't affecting us, and hell, even when the government shut down, when Obama shut it down, it wasn't really affecting
We
us.
didn't know. Nobody got affected.
Nobody knew.
Nobody knew. Everyone's like, the government shut down?
Yeah.
Like-
You either knew about it or you didn't
Yeah,
know about it.
yeah.
And it was only, I think, 2 weeks, and it was for Obamacare to get passed, which was a medical bill to help people.
Yeah.
This, no offense if you're a Trump fan, this isn't really helping us except border security, which we don't really need, because I don't know if you've been to Mexico, but there's already a wall there.
Just
There is.
saying.
Same with Canada. There's already a wall.
Yeah.
So he's not building a wall. It's more like he's making it bigger.
You
and
guys understand
extending
that he's gonna, it's essentially the Berlin Wall at this point. We're gonna spend money to build this wall because these illegal immigrants,
Oh.
like, you know, whatever. And
Real
then,
quick,
like,
to
years
add on
later,
to
we're
what you're
gonna
saying
knock it
right now.
down.
Yeah.
Did you hear that years ago Mexico was supposed to pay for it, and then we
Yeah,
were
now
supposed
we
to pay
pay
for
for
it,
it.
and now the
Yeah.
government's paying for it, and
Yeah.
now we're missing $2 trillion because
Yeah.
we haven't had an audit in 70 years. And then
Yeah.
we just had an audit a week ago, and we found out that we were missing $2 trillion of taxpayer money.
And I just want to remind people, and I'm sorry, I know we're not political, but like I just want to remind people that Trump bankrupted his own company.
And I just want to remind people, this wouldn't have happened if you voted for Bernie Sanders.
He has a point. Like,
Bernie
but
kinda
yeah.
got the shit. Well, because Bernie was doing pretty well, and then he got sabotaged.
Do you know Angelina Jolie is now running for president?
I
It's
am
a
voting
fucking
for her. I
mockery.
am voting for her.
Me too. Did
But
you see the
anyway.
way she drove that car and Gone in 60 Seconds? I would totally vote for her. Like,
They filmed that in Albany.
I know. No, Salt was filmed in
Salt
Albany.
was filmed in Albany,
Yeah,
that's right.
Anyways, all right. We're
Anyways,
getting off
but
topic.
yeah, so we get sidetracked a lot.
We're
but,
really bad.
Anyways, the point is that he got really mad. He stormed out, and I even said to him, I was like, dude, we're not attacking Trump. I'm just saying. She asked a question, I
Yeah.
answered it. We're not attacking him. I was just saying that it's shut down because he wants government. He wants the wall funded, which. They're passing a bill right now to override that because
Yeah.
we're not getting money. And they're like, you can't shut down the government for more than 2 weeks without a validated reason. Because of the whole, we're not getting our taxes, they're trying
Yeah.
to pass a GI Bill or whatever it's called. I think it's GI Bill. I don't fucking know. GI Joe bill that
Cobra Commander
a
bill.
Cobra Commander bill that basically overrules a president from shutting down the government for like more than a certain amount of time.
I just want to say Bruce Willis was in the GI movie. Okay. Moving on. I couldn't help it.
But with that note, I want to tell you guys a story. Okay, and this is a really good story about a two-faced
about
cunt
twat
bitch
waffle?
who is a twat waffle and can die on a bowl of fucking acid, and I hope she drinks bleach, and I hope she dies in a pit and no one's there to save her, and I hope someone does find her in a ditch, and instead of helping her, records it on their fucking phone for the internet to see.
I don't know if that's really how she feels. You know, it might be the alcohol.
I hate this bitch.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say her full name, but I'm going to say her first name. So then people who know.
Twat waffle.
Her name's Katie Twatwaffle. So I knew this girl, okay, a few years ago. And she was a little weird. It was kind of a forced friendship. I was more friends with her boyfriend at the time. And, then they split up. And then somehow she got dropped on me. Even though she was older than me. I took the child in the divorce. And she was older than me. She was a good 2 years older than me. And anyway, so whatever. I made sure she was all good and everything. And then, we're riding in my car. And she goes, I've had this stomach ache for a good few weeks. Which was strange. So I was like, let me take you to my doctor. I'll pay. We'll use my insurance. I'll pay for your check just to make sure that you're all good because she's been puking a lot. So he looks at her, sends her to the hospital. There's a walk-in fee for a hospital, and I paid it. So not only because they didn't take, which just to throw this up, they wouldn't take my insurance because my mom's name was the placeholder, and she wasn't on it. So I had to pay $200 for the doctor visit and $200 for a walk-in in the hospital. And then she had to go to the ER, and granted, she had to get like an ultrasound, CAT scan, whatever, which he paid for. But I still had to pay like the ER visit. So that's $400. So already we're at what, 800? No.
We're at 400.
No, 200, 400.
Oh.
800.
Thank you. I was right. So I'm at $800 right now with this bitch, right?
Yeah.
And she's in there a long time. And she comes out, and we're waiting for a call. 2 hours go by. She finally gets a call. She looks at me and goes, I've been told I have ovarian cancer. And I was like, oh, shit, man, I'm really sorry. Like, we'll get you medicine. You just tipped over all your beer.
It's empty.
But I was like, we'll get you medicine. We'll fight this. Like, ovarian cancer is not that bad. So long as you take care of it.
Ovarian cancer is not that bad.
Well, no, compared to other cancers,
yeah,
but there's ways to dilute it.
Yeah.
You can't get rid of it forever, but there's ways where it won't essentially take your life.
And you can live a normal life.
Yeah, so we were going on, and this was a few months, and I made sure she had her medicine, and you were with me when she forgot her medicine one day in her boyfriend's car. We went 30 minutes to go get her, the 20 minutes to go to her boyfriend to get the medicine. Just to make sure that she was okay, because she was puking up blood and all this, and she was doing chemo. And then red flags started happening. So the first red flag, which, was an okay one for me to be like, that's weird, but, I'm not going to say anything, was she started, no, this was before, she wasn't allowed to eat something. Like, when she was on the chemo pills or something. She was only allowed to drink water or something like that, just to, dilute.
Which, by the way, is bullshit.
Yeah, it was, kind of like just like a theory that they had. It was the whole puking up blood. So she couldn't eat certain foods, so it wouldn't, affect her in a way. And they were told her, when you puke up blood, we need you to bottle it and bring it in for a sample. And when she told me that, I was like, that's weird. Can't they just take blood from you right now?
Yes.
So I was like, and she was carrying a bottle of fucking blood with her everywhere. And not gonna lie, it looked like a bottle of my fake blood. Which also conveniently went missing one day. So I was like, because I had the little tiny pints.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna say anything. Because blood has a smell though. It has an iron copper smell. This didn't smell like anything. Because it
smelled like artificial blood.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It smelled like plastic. So, but it was also in a plastic bottle. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to let her do her thing. She needs help. I'm going to be her friend, and I got her. The second flag was she started a GoFundMe page to help her pay for the surgery.
It gets better, Chris.
It gets better, Chris. To help her pay for the surgery, my family donated $350.
My broski mom donated that money.
Donated $350. So now we're up to $1,000, over $1,000 that she owes me. And a few days later, that money's gone. So I was like, oh, that's weird. So I asked her about it. Come to find out, she bought an Xbox One. And ready, Chris? She's on chemo pills. She has cancer. She got a Harley Quinn tattoo on her arm. Now, for those of you who don't know, when you have cancer and you're taking chemo medication, you are not allowed to get tattoos.
And for those of you that don't know why, for someone who knows from personal experience, you can't do that because your blood is so thin and at this point very valuable compared to other times that when you get a tattoo, you bleed too much and that going into your system is going to fuck you up. So that is why when you're drunk, you can't get tattoos. You're not supposed to unless it's a sketchy-ass place because your blood is thin. Right now, if I try to get a tattoo, they would tell me no.
Not to mention it affects with your chemo, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. You're not supposed to do anything when you're on chemo. You cannot do anything. You can't even get a piercing. All right, because it's a hole and it's going to be, your body's going to attack a new thing that happened to it. It's going to assume it's part of your cancer and it's going to attack it. Now, mind you, I am not a medical professional. I am just saying this is what I know and I believe, just in case
Because
someone
you were in
tries
this
to sue us.
situation, right? And that's why you're tatted up. Because
Yes.
your idea was, fuck it. If I'm going to die, I'm going out tatted.
It's like that thing. It's just like, I'm just going to keep getting my tattoos. I don't give a shit. So I'm telling you right now that this is what bothers me about her is I heard that shit. And then this is where I came in because remember, I had your back on this shit.
And I was already like kind of on the fence.
Yes,
I'm like,
and she was already on the fence, and I remember, and we're gonna go back. So remember where you were, but I want to add into
I'm
this
on the third
onto
flag,
this
which is
spot.
where I kicked her out of my life.
And this is what pissed me off because this is before your third flag. I remember we go to Burger King. Do you remember this night?
Oh yeah, this
Yeah.
is when you're working at the GFK 9 place.
Yeah.
The dog place.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So we go to Burger King, and she's still having all these issues. Now, I'm telling Leah, one, she doesn't look shit like she's getting chemo. And I'm telling this girl, you know what? Fuck her. I'm telling
she
this
said
twat
she's not
waffle.
taking chemo the treatment, but
Yeah.
she's taking chemo pills.
Yep.
And she goes, because I don't want my hair to fall out. And I
Yeah.
was like, your hair doesn't really fall out when you take chemo. It's the radiation.
It's the radiation of it.
Yeah.
So we had to explain that. Now, mind you, I'm sitting here listening to all this shit going, this dumb bitch. So we're sitting here at Burger King, of all places. Burger King! I just want to say that when you're going through chemo. Okay.
Sponsorship for Burger King.
Just saying,
in
Burger
Glens
King,
Falls.
we really like your Whoppers. Anyways.
Your Whoppers are amazing. Also, please bring back
so
that
we're
spicy
sitting there,
McChicken.
and she's telling me
Not
all
McChicken.
this stuff, and I'm like,
You know what I mean?
no. None of this is making sense. Then there was some drama with her boyfriend at the time on top of this. Then there's some drama at work on top of this.
Okay, so this was one thing that pushed me over one of the edges was she's been telling Ariane, oh, her boyfriend's abusive, and I know his name's
No,
Nate. and
for
he was
those
a
of
pretty
you who
good
don't
kid.
know, I'm the mom of the group. I just want to put
Yeah.
that in. I'm the mom of the group. You come to
And
me.
it was weird
go
because
on.
I knew Nate through high
Yeah.
school, and I made a joke. Me and an old friend Colby Clute, we made a joke when he left, high school and went to South Glens Falls. We were
Yeah.
like, every time we saw him, we're like, oh, there's a traitor, there's a
Yeah.
traitor. She told him that I was serious, and I told her that I think he's a backstabbing traitor. So then he started to hate me because she was
Yeah.
drilling into his head all this stuff.
Yep.
And I was like, dude, I
Around
had your
here,
back
the
in
school
high
thing is
school.
serious.
I like when people were like, actually, when you broke up with that one girlfriend
Yeah.
at Hudson Falls,
Yep.
everyone was calling you like a beater. Me and Cole, we had your back, man. And he was like, you didn't have my back, but that's because Katie was in his
Because
fucking
Katie was
head.
in his ear.
So I was like, you know what, man, I can't be around you right now.
Yeah.
I think we should just take a break because Katie's doing this. And she's telling you all this stuff.
Yeah.
And you've never met Nate. Whereas
No.
I did, so I know some of
I
the
met
stuff
him
is-
twice, but not an actual meet. It was almost like we were just dropping off the kid for the weekend. Like you and I
Yeah.
ended up, you
But
brought
anyway,
her into a
she's telling
relationship.
Ariane like all this bad stuff about Nate. So
Yeah.
Ariane has this figure in her head that Nate's this awful boyfriend. And what triggered Ariane was when we went to go get the medicine out of his car. He didn't come and say like, "Oh, are you okay?"
Yeah.
He was still at work, and she said that she messaged him, which she didn't.
She didn't.
So Ariane's pitch is like, oh, I can't believe he didn't come and make sure you're okay. What an ass, blah, blah. So she comes at me because me and Katie were working in the same place at the time. And she was like, oh, I don't like how Ariane, I don't really like her, the way she talks about Nate. And I just went off. I was like, she only has that opinion because you're the one that gave her that opinion. So you don't have the fucking right to say that Ariane's an ass bitch because of what you fucking said. And then I was like, she has one more fucking strike. One more fucking strike.
Yeah, but mind you, this entire time, you're really distracted by it, aren't you? I'll
mean,
tell
that
you
thing on the
later.
ceiling, yeah.
This entire time, though, I am trying to help her, and I'm saying, dude, do some like THC is
Someone
going to
told
help
her to
that.
do weed, and
Yes,
I was like,
me.
But then you correct yourself. You're like, well, not THC, but do the
No, not weed, but THC or CBD oil.
CBD.
Is
You're
what
like, do
helps.
do
Yes.
CBD.
Yeah, and I'm telling her, dude, even if you want to, like, at this point, don't give a shit. If you want to smoke, it's been proven that this is curing. It's been blah, blah, blah. And I'm telling her all this stuff. I'm literally telling this bitch how to help herself. You know what I mean? And how to get through it and everything else. I've been, around something that went on. I know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? So I'm telling her all of this stuff. And she goes, yeah, I don't know. Well, they told me not to. First off, fuck yourself, because I know for a fact that they didn't. They did not.
My doctor
do that.
told me to do CBD oil
Yes.
for my migraines.
For migraines. Don't fucking tell me for a second. So I'm
Oh,
already
she also said the
pissed.
doctors gave her 2 months to live.
Yes. So I'm already pissed because
It's way
I'm
past 2
telling
months.
Leah I don't like her. I don't like anything going on. One, she doesn't look like she's even gone through a round of chemo. One round of chemo is going to change your look. Just one round of chemo will change
It's gonna make
you.
look like
It's
you've
gonna-
been smoking for decades.
It's like you can see the difference in your skin, the texture, everything. You can see the difference in. So I'm telling her, okay, do this, do that, do this, and I'm telling her she doesn't do any of it. Then this bitch comes out with, I got 2 months to live, and I'm like, nah, bitch, you got 2 days to live because I'm about to fucking murk you. Now, mind you, I already hate her, especially after this burger. It was I don't remember what it was on Burger King, but that is the day I told you.
You and me both
I
looked
don't
at each other after
fucking
she
like
said
her,
something, and we were like,
and I'm
"Fuck
done
off."
with her. I told you after she got out of the car, I told you if she's ever fucking near me again, I'm gonna punch a bitch
And I
with
said
cancer.
to you, I was like, yeah, I'm kind of on the fence
Yeah.
with her. And then this is the third strike. I was with my mom. Now, granted, just for a filler, my grandfather, my mom lost her mother, my grandmother,
Yeah.
to cancer, breast
Yeah.
cancer and ovarian cancer. Fucking ovarian cancer.
Yeah.
She had ovarian cancer, she had cancer in her uterus, and she had breast cancer.
Yep.
That's why I'm at a risk. So when when we found I had the cyst, I had to get tested for ovarian
Yeah, she
cancer
had to get
because they
tested for
wanted to
all
make
this
sure
shit.
that nothing was,
Yeah.
a cell wasn't activated or something. And I still have to go back for a visit just to make sure everything's in the clear.
Yeah.
Because it's genetic.
It's
So-
fucking serious.
Yeah, so, and then 2 years before this situation right now, I lost my grandfather to liver, kidney, stomach, pancreatic,
His intestines.
basically every freaking
Yeah.
cancer, because he hid it from us. And we didn't know until his eyes turned yellow. We were like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
And then he walked into the hospital and did not walk back out the next day. It was that quick. So my mom was already still a little bit, because I was your father.
Yeah.
And he was the type, you never met him, but you would have liked him. I know Arian met him once before he died. He was like, we had to go over to his house for something because we were already in like Schenectady for something. But he was very quiet, and like he never raised his voice at all. It was like I could tell him that I got arrested.
Scary.
Yeah, I would be like, I got arrested for vandalizing, and he'd be like, what'd you do?
Yeah, and I'm just like, is this a trap or do you not care?
Because remember, he gave us money because this before we knew he was dying. But he would do the same. Can you come over and can you vacuum? That's what it was. I had to vacuum for him real quick in dust, and I explained to you like it will take like 5 minutes.
I'm just like, whatever.
And she
That's probably
was
drunk.
like, you know, just like looking around. It
Yeah.
only took me a few minutes. He gave me $250 for doing that.
Aw.
And every time I went over, he gave me money, and I was like, what is going on? And
Yeah.
then I found out he was dying. So he was basically trying to give me the rest of, and me and my sister, even my boyfriend at the time he gave money to was helping me, and Jake.
That cunt is a whole other discussion.
Yeah. But, that was
But
Mike.
fucking-
That wasn't Andy.
Still
but
a cunt.
they're both, Mike's spreading a rumor about me that I was in an insane asylum
Yeah.
after I broke up with him.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? I broke up with him and I went to an insane asylum for trying to kill myself.
Oh, that's a fun fucking story. Especially what I thought about the other one. I just, legal reasons. I'm gonna drink my beer.
Legal reasons. But anyways, long story short, so we know like what it looks like. We know
Yeah,
the effects.
we've
we
been
know
around it.
everything. And what the third strike was is what I was with my mom at the time, so this was still really raw to my mom because it took a long time for her to get over my grandfather. So Katie messages me and she sends me a picture and it's an ultrasound of her ovary and it was a little black dot on her ovary and I was like, "What is that?" And she goes, "It's my tumor." And my mom slammed on the brakes and went, "Did she just fucking say that's a tumor?" And I was like, I don't know, like, what's the difference? My mom was like, a tumor isn't cancer. A tumor is basically a prominent sign of,
That's why they do a test. Is it benign or not?
yeah, is it benign or not? And she goes, just because she has a tumor doesn't mean she has
shit.
cancer,
Yeah.
especially a tumor that's small.
Yeah.
That's why, because she was all saying, oh, the doctors are refusing to do surgery on me to get it taken out.
That's what it was.
Yeah, that's what she said at
the
Burger
moment
King.
that fucking set me
She was
off.
saying doctors are refusing
Nope.
to do surgery on me, and they're the reason I'm gonna die. And me and Aaron are like, they can't refuse surgery on you if you're about to die. So
They
that
can't
was the
refuse
flag. That
surgery
was
if
the
you're
flag at
fucking
Burger
poor.
King. That was
Yeah.
your last flag.
That was mine, and I'm
And-
just like, listen,
and,
bitch.
you know, I was like, that's impossible. You know, if I walked in the hospital and said, I have a brain tumor right now, can you take a look at it? Because of migraines is technically like a
Yeah.
tumor almost.
Yeah,
But it's
they think
it's
it
an
is, yeah.
they actually think that migraines are caused by a small brain
If
tumor.
you have chronic migraines, they assume you have a tumor.
yeah.
No, I mean, our whole situation's fucked up.
Oh, it gets better.
So, like, when I turn 25, I actually have to go get a brain scan to make sure that's
Yep.
not turning into a tumor. Which, that could be why my IQ is so bad, is because I'm physically fucking deteriorating. But,
We'll
but anyways,
get
my
to
mom,
that later.
my mom just slammed on the brakes. She goes, that bitch is not, my mom never cusses.
No, she
out.
doesn't.
And if she does, it's like,
I
oops,
don't, like, it's so bad, I don't cuss around Mom. Mom's
because
sweet.
it's bad.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is.
She's like, that bitch is not welcome to my house. She's not allowed on the property. If I see her out in public, she better not walk up to me because I'm going to have a thing to say. And she just went off.
Yep.
Good.
And so then Katie was talking to me, and I was like, I don't want to be friends with you.
Yeah.
And she was like, well, what does that mean? I was like, you insult my friends when we try to help you, and you fucking lied about having ovarian cancer.
Yep.
And I told Nate, her boyfriend, that, and this is after I dumped Andy for the second time in a row, on PlayStation, by the way. It was at a PlayStation
that's
party.
a great story.
On my birthday. I was like, deuces. But anyway, so I said to Nate, was like, listen.
That's a funny story.
Because we were already not even friends anymore.
Yeah, we'll get to that story later.
I private messaged him, and I was like, listen, man, I just want to let you know, I know we're not in a good place right now, but you used to be my friend, and I care about you, and I know it might not be a two-way street, but I just want to give you a heads up that I am 100% in belief that Katie is lying about ovarian cancer, and you've been paying for treatment. You were going to break up with her, and the only reason you did is because you feel bad. She's living with you right now. I'm telling you, she is squandering you. She's taking your money. She's taking advantage of you. He told me to go fuck myself, and I said, already planning on it. So,
What a response.
But a couple months later, she is no longer living here, okay? And we're about to get to the conclusion of the story about why we burning this bitch back up. So...
Because we just want to add personal drama, because who doesn't love drama?
Because, okay, so anyway, so he dumped her, he kicked her out, and she was like MIA. Like, no one knew where she was, and I didn't even give a fuck. But
we thought she took the bridge.
Yeah, we thought she jumped off a bridge.
Yep.
Not, like, making fun of suicide, but that's how, like, far we went.
Thought she,
we literally thought she jumped off a bridge. So... Long story short, it's been a few years. I haven't heard anything. I know they split up and everything. And I'm making, Instagram page for the Arrow 404 podcast. And I'm going through, and it's telling me people who are into the same things. And all of a sudden, I scroll past this one girl, and all of a sudden, I stop, and it clicks. And I'm like, was that fucking Katie? And I scroll back, and sure enough, it was her. And guess what she has, Chris? A baby. She has a baby. If you had ovarian cancer, that... traumatic,
severe, that you had 2 months to fucking
I even
live.
know someone who works with my mom who has ovarian cancer who said she wasn't allowed to have kids because it could have burst.
Yeah, it can't. Your
can't.
ovaries are dead at that point. They have cancer. They're gonna kill anything that goes into that ovary, including your
you can have a
fucking
kid, but
eggs.
it's going to be very rare that it's
Yes.
successful.
Yes.
So. And she was healthy, so she met this one guy who's in the army. I think they live in Texas. I don't give a fuck. But they were dating. It literally says on her profile that they've been dating for a month and then got engaged and married. And then she had a kid.
Engaged and married within a month. I just want to
Within
throw
a
that
month.
out there.
Within a month.
What a bitch.
So she is a slut.
Yeah.
She's a horse slut bag. Fucking cunt bitch.
Slut shaming.
But I'm angry. I have the right. I have the right. So she owes me over $1,000. So this bitch had a baby, okay, and I want to civil right court her fucking ass, bring her to court and be like, obviously she lied.
Take her baby.
Obviously she lied. I want my $1,000 she owes me.
Yeah. Well, you
And
can
even if I don't have the documents anymore to prove it,
you can request the medical information.
I can request
if
them,
that's
and even if it's a thing where, like, for some reason we can't get it back, I can still sue her for a good portion of money for wasting my money, wasting my time, and emotional trauma. Because I've lost 4 friends during that time period to where when she told me she had cancer, she's gonna die, I was with you and I fucking cried.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I can't take another friend dying on my watch.
Yeah.
And then when she told me, she took advantage of that. So Claire, Larry, Emma, Jamie, fucking just totally disrespected them.
Yeah.
And that pissed me off.
Yep. Nope.
So this bitch, if you know her,
bitch.
fucking, I don't give a shit. Call CPS. I don't care. Get her baby taken away. She
Don't
obviously
do that
isn't
unless
a
she's a
faithful
bad mom.
fucking parent. If she
As
gets up
your
cancer,
attorney,
she's gonna
I
be a parent
advise you.
who calls her kid out of fucking school because they have a tumor. Fuck her.
She does have a point, but as your attorney, no, you do have a point though. Yeah, no, it was a bad situation. So like all this time and money and energy spent on trying to save her from all this stuff, and
She took advantage of my friendship, which
Yes.
was already advantage at
she
one
took
point.
advantage of everybody, but including you. Like it was hard because at that time Leah was actually nice and she cared, and like
And that's saying something. Like, I'm an asshole. Like, before I wouldn't cuss. I would be like, oh, it's cool, man. No.
Yeah.
Now I'm, like, just destroyed.
It fucking ruined it because it was a friendship that blossomed out of force, but it was like something that happened. Yeah, so that there just pissed us all off that we just find out now that she has a baby, and I'm
I will
kind of
show you the
like,
pictures.
how the fuck?
I'll show you. I'm gonna give
So I asked Rob, he used to work at Blockbuster, by the way. I'm going to go back while you're looking for the picture. I asked him how long you could rent for from Blockbuster. And he goes, it depended. Brand new movies was a day. Old movies, 99 cents was 5 days. Semi-recent, I think, was like 2 or 3 days, unless you had a movie pass. So I just want to throw that out there. He's right there in the door, I'm pretty sure. Don't knock! Oh, God!
All right, well, we're going to stop this podcast real quick because of an interruption. A delivery driver doesn't know how to fucking read.
Yeah, every fucking time.
It says her name, and it goes #ArmyWife, and it goes at her name. Her husband's name's Ryan. I'm not going to say his full name. And it goes, my husband, heart face, mommy to Aspen Lee. Aspen Lee was born on September 20th, 2018 at 6:02 a.m. And she was married. Okay, she met this dude on October 5th, 2017, and then got married November 16th, 2017. So it wasn't even a full fucking month. But yep, she has pictures of a baby and everything. And I just want to let you know that before on her Instagram, she said a survivor of ovarian cancer.
Yep.
Fuck you, bitch.
Wow, this bitch right here.
You are on blast, motherfucker.
Yep.
If this wasn't a legal thing, I would dox the shit out of you.
This is bullshit.
The end.
She doesn't even look like she had it. Look, that's her.
She doesn't look like shit.
That's-
No sunken in anything.
That's what she looked like the entire fucking time. This is what she's always looked like. Sal Streetwalker. That's what she looks like. Fuck her, man. That pisses me off even more.
Crazy.
No.
The Barney scale.
Yeah, the Barney
The
scale.
crazy
It's
hot
not
scale.
fucking. Yeah, she's not hot enough to be crazy. Have you ever seen How I Met Your Mother?
No.
No, there's a scale. If you're crazy, but you're hot enough, it's okay. It has to equal out.
No, she's downright disgusting.
Yes, exactly.
She's downright
So she can't be crazy.
She once asked me, for my honest opinion, 1 through 10, where does she rate? And I said 4. And she got really mad. And she was
Well,
like, I
sorry.
was like, if you do jumping jacks, I'll say you're an 8. So she did 50 jumping jacks, and after that, it said 2, because now you're sweaty.
No.
Like, I was an ass.
Leah.
But, no, it was
You made it
true.
good. It was mean. Yeah,
It was
no,
true.
fuck that though. Anyway.
It was true. Don't ask me for my honest opinion and get pissed that's not what you wanted to hear.
Yeah, don't ask then. What do you want to hear? Oh, you're a 10. Bitch, you're lucky that you're a 2.
But, yeah, does anyone else have anything to talk about? Because if so, we're pretty good.
Not about that bitch.
Not about that bitch.
Good there.
Do you have anything you want to say, rant about, yell about?
Starbucks. Let me fucking say how much I hate Starbucks.
Here we go.
First off, I don't like white chocolate. I don't think it's not real. It's not a fucking thing. It's not a fucking thing.
We had a
It's
whole
like-
walkthrough at Dark Souls
It's
where
not real.
she
It's not
went
chocolate.
crazy about it.
It's not fucking chocolate. Okay. First off,
It's cocoa.
White.
with no butter.
Exactly.
Something like
No.
that. What would you say?
it's-
What was your
okay?
line?
First off, in order for you to be chocolate, you have to have cocoa in it. Guess what white chocolate doesn't fucking have, and that's why it's white. Cocoa. You don't have fucking cocoa in it, then it's not chocolate.
Isn't it just mostly buttermilk?
It's butter and milk and sugar. That's what it
isn't
is.
Just buttermilk then?
Yes, it's buttermilk with sugar added. That's all it is. That's all it fucking is. And then these fucking cunts, and I'm talking about you Starbucks, they come out with a white hot chocolate. First off, you're saying that you have a hot milk with some sugar and fucking butter in it, and then they put peppermint in it. Don't even get me started on peppermint.
Which was funny is
Peppermint
that
is
we just
fucking
recorded
shit.
a Spyro gameplay, and she was talking about the whole white chocolate peppermint thing. And I told her,
It's not okay.
Oh, you would get along with Yuki,
Yeah.
who was my host sister over here for a bit, and she's trying to come back. The Japanese people, they cannot do mint. It's something
No,
weird.
it's weird.
It's weird to them. It's like
You're drinking
toothpaste. They don't eat mint.
Yeah.
To them it's weird. So when we eat like mint gum or like we like add spearmint on something,
Yeah,
they
it's
think
weird.
it's weird. But it's also weird
Candy
to
canes
us.
are weird.
Candy canes are weird. They don't
Yeah.
understand the fact that candy canes.
I don't
But
think
first
they-
off, exactly.
I like sucking on them. I don't like chewing on them.
That's my
Well,
rant.
that's also because I can make like a sword out of it. And I
Yeah,
can stab
yeah,
people,
you can like
know,
stab
it's
people
a-
and shit, and that's fine. That's great. That's the only
Yeah.
good thing to it. I don't like peppermint though. It doesn't make sense. And then you're gonna go and fucking add peppermint on top of white hot chocolate. What the fuck is the point? Chocolate needs to have cocoa in it. Okay, dark chocolate makes sense because it's a like 80% cocoa or something like that,
Yeah.
or cacao, whatever you want to say. But I fucking hate Starbucks. So, at the beginning of this episode, I told you that I made, during that time where you told me we had a new podcasting, whatever, I was just like, alright, cool. And then you mentioned something that pissed me off and triggered me, so I started making a fucking fake account.
I said let's not let's not turn this into a hot chocolate debate.
Yes,
And
that's
she
what
made
it
a
is now.
fake Twitter account. Whoa. A fake Twitter account called Dunkin' D's Nuts.
Yeah,
and
Dunkin'
it's
D's
basically
nuts.
she's pretending to be Dunkin' Donuts attacking Starbucks, and that's all she tweets. It's
Constantly.
just attacking Starbucks.
Yeah, because fuck them. Do you know why? Because they tried to make white hot chocolate a fucking thing. And the fucking hipsters, that generation part that I fucking hate, made it okay. And I don't like that. And then they added peppermint, and it made it even more okay. And I don't like that. It's not a thing. Don't fucking call it chocolate. It's not chocolate.
I'm pretty
That's
sure
it.
Dunkin' Donuts also has a white hot chocolate.
But we didn't have peppermint.
I'll laugh if there's peppermint.
I know, me too.
I'm gonna lose
Well,
my-
whatever. That's all I wanted to rant about. I just want to get that out. The white chocolate's not a thing. If I become president, I'm going to outlaw that.
White chocolate?
I'm literally going to become president just so I can say you cannot call it white chocolate
I
anymore.
feel like, did you find it on your phone?
No, I didn't.
Doesn't matter.
She's like, I
I
feel like
we
you
did
shouldn't
have
look it
peppermint.
up. I feel like you should just like leave
Just
it.
let us go.
It's safer for me.
Yeah, it's safer for you. You're the one sleeping next to her.
But that's all I had.
All right, well, I guess that sums up. We kind of this was a good first podcast. I mean, we
had
got
gaming news, personal drama.
this is basically kind
Actually,
of
was pretty good.
yeah. We kind of got like the gist, gave you everyone the gist of what Arrow 44 is all about. It's about bitching and giving our opinions and blasting cunts who don't know how to take value.
Yeah.
Like that Grubhub driver.
Yeah, the fucking Grubhub driver that has to knock on the door even though we fucking said on 2 accounts, do not knock or ring doorbell, please call.
Every time he comes, he
With a
knocks.
smiley
Did you know
face.
you could just rate them 1 star?
I don't know how.
Me either.
It's when you go back to the Grubhub, it goes, how was
then
your
do 1
delivery
star.
order?
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
and you can rate the driver.
Oh, I'll do that then. Because I'm going to say, he doesn't ever fucking listen when we say don't knock.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you do it with Uber Eats too. After they drop it off, you can rate the
Oh,
driver.
well, I'm going to do that then.
Yeah, right.
Which reminds me, once I get my car
Okay,
back, I
that's-
signed up for Uber, so I can now be an Uber driver on the.
I just want to be a passenger that just drives around with you all night. So people are like, oh, drop her off first and be like, bitch, I'm in this car. I'm part of it.
You hire Leah, I'll hire Lamar. We'll have them race.
Yeah. When you
That's
do
not a
it.
good idea because my insurance went up. And I really need to work on bringing that back down. I might actually have to get that progressive GPS tracker. Where you
Snapshot.
put it, yeah, snapshot, where you put in your car and you have to go the speed limit
Yeah.
and it'll lower your insurance.
Actually, but the cool thing about it is you don't, it doesn't, it'll like calculate it, but like if you speed or say you do hard brakes or something, like it doesn't go against you. Anything you do well, it'll knock down. So say you do a bunch of stuff well and it's just like, all right, so 30% discount. But say constantly hard brake or you're speeding or something, they'll be like, all right, 10%, or you didn't get one, but it never goes up, which is kind of cool.
Oh, it never goes up?
No, trust me.
Okay, cool.
I had a lot of hard breaks when I lived in
Hard
Boston Spa.
Yeah.
I had a lot of hard breaks. But when you're going down a fucking 90-degree angle hill in the snow, what the fuck else are you gonna do?
That thing
Anyways.
still pisses me off when I went into the ditch because it was dry
Yeah.
as hell. There was nothing, and then I turned a corner going 45 into 55, and out of nowhere there's a puddle. And I started hydroplaning. I was like, "This is fine." And then I hit black ice, did a 180, went into a ditch, and then a branch fell against my tree.
then I had
like
to
a
wake
tree
up
branch
the
went against my
one
car, and
night.
I was like, "Now this is not fine."
The one night I left my cell phone volume on. Fucking like how amazing and coincidental is that
Yeah.
though? The one night I left my phone on and that happened to you and I'm just like, phew.
And it was funny is that she told me, like, she was like, she better be calling me for a good fucking reason. And I was like, dude, I
I
got in
did.
a car wreck. And she was like, oh my God, are you okay?
Yeah, no,
Like-
no, it was funny because I thought like because it woke us up because
Yeah.
I was kind of half-ass sleeping, but like the phone's ringing, I'm like, what the fuck? So I wake up and Chris was sleeping, so he wakes up and he's like, what the fuck is that? Blah blah. So I go on and I was like, it's Leah. He's like. And he just turned over and didn't even care. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's better be a good fucking reason. And I'm like all mad and I'm like, yeah. And he got in a car. So I'm like, oh my God, are you okay? And then you're like,
what's
"Yeah."
funny is everyone on the scene, because I had to tell the cop everything, I had to tell the tow drivers everything so they would pay for the towing it. I was like, I wasn't speeding. They took one look at my car because it's an Impreza Sport, and they
Yep.
looked at me and they all went, okay.
Oh, okay.
And even when I told her on the phone, I was like, dude, I wasn't even speeding this time. She went, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like, even I went to Subaru, to the body shop guy, and I was like, yeah, and I wasn't speeding. He looked at me and was like, with that car? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the hell? The one time I'm not breaking the law, and everyone is like, yeah,
but the
sure.
worst part is the cop that showed up, right? You know him,
Yeah,
right?
he's
okay.
an old.
So he's an old
his name's,
friend.
shout out to him. He was really cool. His name's Jake Kearns. He
Yes,
used to be for
thank
Hudson
you.
Falls Police. I think he transferred to Saratoga County. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But he's really chill. He's really cool. Shout out to him for being really nice about the situation.
Yeah.
But I knew his brother in high school, and he even looked at me and was like, "How fast were you going?" I was like, "I was only going 45, man." He went, "Yeah, okay."
And then I show up and I get her, and then the dude and I were like kind of standing like next to each other, and something came up about like what she was doing. We both look at each other, no shit, dead in the eye, and go, "You okay?" And then like so it was even funnier because I'm just like, "Yeah, you're lying."
Because you know, if it was another cop, they would have been like, "Yeah, you're full of shit. I'm definitely gonna like write you a
because we're
ticket."
just both like, "You okay?"
But it was funny because that's why I say shout out to him because he was really chill.
Yeah.
Chill because he took one look at my car, the sports car, looked at me and just looked at that and was like, and
The whole thing was
and of course
funny.
there's like people driving now on the hill and they're fine, but that's because they're seeing the cop lights. So of course now they're going.
Yeah, they're going like
but
5
I'm like, no
miles
one's
an
spinning
hour.
out, and I just want them
Yeah.
to just go 10 miles more faster. Just and it was funny.
Go the speed limit.
Yeah,
and then
go
they
the
would
speed
know
limit,
it.
damn
Yeah,
it.
and then you see it.
But what saved me was that even the cop, Jake, and
Yeah.
or Officer Kearns, and the tow driver, and even you were saying that they were spinning out on the way to come get me.
yeah.
So it wasn't like
No, I was. It was a bad drive. I remember that.
I
But
remember
it
the
was
tow
just
truck was
funny.
following me. I was like,
Yes.
if that tow truck was off the road with my fucking car, I am not paying the damages.
Yep. Yep, I remember that.
But
yeah, that was funny.
that's it for the first ever Arrow 404 podcast. If you liked it, we are on YouTube. Please subscribe to us. We are going to be on SoundCloud. Give us a like and a follow. I'm going to try to put on Anchor. And the good
Yep.
thing about Anchor, shout out to Anchor, is that when you put the podcast on their channel and you give them permission to distribute it, it will go everywhere possible.
Distribute it.
Distribute it. I almost said the wrong word. I caught myself. They'll put it on iTunes for you, Apple Music, like all of that. So, and what's good is that you can do sponsorships through there. So you can put ads on the podcast, and no matter where it's being seen, you make money somewhere. So that's really cool.
Cool.
But give our
Thank you.
Facebook page a like. It's Arrow 404 Podcast, and
I just want to say every episode is probably gonna be something different. Like if we get caught anything Bruce Willis for me, anything gaming related, we're gonna get hung up on. It's not always gonna be personal drama.
Jenna Coleman met the Queen.
But today it was. It's not always going to be personal drama, but we just had to call that bitch out. So I just want to say that it's going to be gaming, movie related, a lot of nerd shit for the most part. And then sometimes,
like I said, if you have like a
Yeah.
debate or you have something that's just really grinding
shit,
your gears.
you want to be a part of it, man? Like, oh god, I said man. If you want to be if you want to be a part of it, just message one of us. Like
Yeah.
seriously, like we'll totally.
Or if you want us to
welcome
talk
new
about something
debates.
like that's a touchy topic for you, or you just want like a discussion, let
You
us
just
know.
want your voice heard. Like fuck it.
And like I said, we are primarily the 518 area,
Yeah.
which is New York, upstate New York primarily.
Upstate New York, the best place.
place to live. Yeah. Hashtag separate from New York City.
Hashtag New Amsterdam.
Hashtag New Amsterdam. But
There goes our New York City
Yeah,
fan
there goes our
base.
New York City video. We love you guys because you guys have Planet Hollywood and Hard Rock Cafe, and to be honest,
You do.
that's-
We'll give you
yeah.
that. That's pretty cool.
And they have that cookie dough place.
and the Statue of Liberty.
And
Let's-
the
I mean, that's like something.
Let's not get into tourism shit. All right, let's call them out for the good stuff.
Yeah. Sure.
No, but yeah, we are anyone in Queensbury, Glens Falls, South Glens Falls, West Glens Falls, Hudson Falls, Fort Anne, Fort Edward.
Any of the falls.
Any one of the falls, Saratoga Springs, Malta, Boston Spa. What is up? Shout out
Yep.
to you guys. Any local business in the area who wants to be sponsored, let us know. We'll give you a good
What's
shout
our
out.
new our new zip code or area code? We have 518. Now we have a new one because there were so
It's
many numbers.
1518.
No, one is like the country code. There's a new one like 612 or some shit. Is like a new upstate area code because there were so many 518s. They had to make a new area code. Isn't that crazy? I'll look it up real quick.
Yeah,
but like yeah.
But
yeah.
because I know New York City has they don't go by 518. They go by
No.
212. And they also go by like 220 or something like that, depending on where you are. If you're in the South or North City, something like that. They have two different zip codes. And that's what's happening with us. We're getting 518, and it's either going to be. I knew for a while it has to be one 518.
There's
and then-
518-838, and then there's a 680-315-607-845, which is Kingston area. Remember
Yeah,
the hotel
yeah.
down there? Yep. So that I think it's 838.
It might be 838.
Yeah, that I can see.
That sounds
Okay.
familiar. But so we're a local podcast in the 518 area. We're gonna be going around to local businesses, trying to like promote ourselves and everything. Trying to promote local businesses, all that fun stuff. Maybe get some local business on here to
That'd be
like, or
cool.
like have them record something. We'll throw on
Yeah.
the podcast with them. You know,
It'd be
on
fun. We'll just
whatever,
sponsor them
saying
and throw them
like
out there.
what they're all about.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. That's all I got.
All right.
So thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen, to the first ever Arrow 404 podcast, and we'll see you next episode.
Bye.